So it is 10 to 8 in the morning. We're packed and ready to go. So I guess the next stop is the gas station, and then I'm going to pick up Ollie, and then we're going to drive the 2 hours to Mount Hamilton and Lick Observatory, and we're aiming to be there around 10. And yeah, so I'll see you there. So hi, I'm Micah. I'm a postdoc at the University of California, Santa Cruz, and we are finally at Mount Hamilton. Inside the control room for the nickel telescope, and we're going to be putting this little device on the telescope hopefully today, and in the next 2 days try and commission it, so get it up and running. It's just a special type of camera. This camera will allow for us to understand the turbulence above the telescope to the top of the Earth's atmosphere, and so that's our goal, is to understand it and give us a baseline of what's happening above Mount Hamilton. Yeah, so we're gonna mount our actual instrument inside this big black thing. It's called the tub here, and our computer will be mounted onto the side alongside this computer, and then we're gonna have a power over Ethernet switch where we can control the camera and deliver power to it, or turn that power off, so we don't have to worry about the camera overheating when we're not using it. And so yeah, it's just going to be sitting up inside here, about halfway. Okay, so the thing that we're going to be installing, or our engineer Pavel is going to be installing, is this actual component here. So this breadboard, this optical bench. So the light is basically coming in from the telescope from this direction. This is a proxy for an optics that already exists in the telescope. The light comes through that optic, it bounces off of this flip mirror. So this flip mirror, we can move it down and up, and this will be controlled electronically from our computer. And light gets sent off at an angle towards this first lens, and this will be a 60mm lens. And that's gonna make the shape of the beam the correct size that we want, because we have our camera that has a little lenslet array inside of it. And this creates a bunch of little spots on our camera that's gonna encode information about turbulence for us. And so this is our little thing that we're gonna be installing on the nickel.
What's it called?
This type of camera is a Shack-Hartman wavefront sensor. It was designed to work in open loop, so that means see the full atmospheric turbulence. But this actual setup or system is based off of the SHIMM, which was developed by Sebi, who's a collaborator of mine. So.
Okay. Hello, my name's Ollie. I use they, them pronouns. So in our SHIMM design, I worked a lot on the flip mirror and the camera. So I wrote and adapted a lot of Python scripts to control the exposure time of the camera and to make sure that we're saving all the camera frames into files that we can then analyze later. I made sure that the GUI, so the graphical user interface for the flip mirror, works so that we can control it and flip it remotely. And then I was doing a lot of the background simulation work. So we were using a Python simulation to kind of compare and verify the results that we're going to get when we test this on Sky. And so I was working to make sure that our simulation will work on experimental data.
Let's go ahead. We're gonna decable, and we have to pull the instrument.
Okay, well, and we'll be your assistants. We'll follow.
In total, the installation took around 8 hours just for the hardware. We'll speed through a lot of that in this video. However, in the meantime, I want to give you a little more background on the instrument. Earlier, I showed that we were installing a lenslet array and a camera. These two things combine to form a Shack-Hartman wavefront sensor. When you look at a star, we see a grid of spots across the image. Using this sensor, we're testing two different turbulent monitoring algorithms: the slope detection and ranging, or SLODAR, and the Shack-Hartman Image Motion Monitor, SHIMM. The SHIMM was developed by our co-investigator, Dr. Pereira, who is a postdoctoral scholar at the University of California, San Diego. She worked on the SHIMM during her PhD at the University of Durham in the United Kingdom. Both of these methods rely on monitoring the position of the spots and then doing correlations with the data. The SLODAR method needs us to observe two close stars so that we get two overlapping grids of spots, while the SHIMM relies on us observing one star, making it more flexible and an attractive method. We'll compare these methods and better understand their limits and performances by testing them in a real-life environment on the telescope, instead of in a computer simulation or in a laboratory.
So what happens here is maybe I'm not the best person to explain, but the light comes through from the telescope, it goes to the science instrument, but we're interested in the guider arm. And so the guider arm this is the new guider camera that Pavel and some others put in a while ago. But basically, we want to insert our stuff right here. And so this is the trombone. So this can physically move back and forth to allow for us to focus this arm. This was an unknown transfer optic from way back in the day. So last time we went on Sky, we confirmed that focus was here. So this is a field lens, which means that this distance is roughly the focal length of that lens. And so now we're going to put our thing here. The flip mirror will hang, flip into place, send light that way.
No, you are gonna have to, you have to push hard enough to scratch through the hardened oxide layer of the anodizing. You are scribing metal. Engraving. There it is. Okay, we have a line. It is reasonably close to the center line. Now, let us have a look at your instrument. So there's your problem. You remember this is the
Can I go the other way? Like, can you go this way?
no, not. You crowded your hole.
Yeah.
To the point where I don't think I can get this in there at all.
Okay, let's try to
So come on down. Yeah. Alright, so, so you
Okay.
crowded this hole where this thing needs to live.
Can it go at all this?
Well, as long as the slot is over the middle of the hole.
So I'm saying if I move this.
So, yeah, we'll pull that off and we'll see if that might possibly be enough. All right, now we actually have a good fighting chance. We can't get the entire hole, but we can get most of the hole. 2/3 of it, at least. All right, let's see if that's gonna be enough. So, I'm gonna hold that up. You're gonna put the nut on, the spacer, and then the nut with the wrench. Yes?
Yeah.
All right, we have a plan?
Yep.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, about like so. there like somebody intended it to. Don't pull here.
Yeah.
Right up against you. And did you, so is all of this stuff set to the height that you think
Yeah.
fits? Okay, so we don't think we're gonna need those jacking screws for anything.
Correct.
Okay, take the tape and tissues and plastic off of all of the optics. Okay, we'll keep those in case we should. I can't imagine why we would need them, but you know.
I'm gonna throw this out. Yeah, we're allowed to open the dome.
Yeah. Yes, we are, but also I'm gonna vacuum in the tub a little bit. I'm probably gonna remove more debris that like is naturally occurring than too much,
Like ambient. Yeah.
too much ambient light to get in. What we have to do is, so I have been known to, sometimes what works is if you just shine light slightly off axis on the secondary in a closed dome,
Yeah.
sometimes we can, let's try that, shall we? So, you get anything?
I totally see.
Grab a white card.
Yeah. Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
hard one better. You can, if you want to try it, and then I'll get a packed card, so.
Where am I looking exactly?
Well, so the first, so the light path is, you'll have light here, and then it'll be reflected off of this mirror,
Gotcha. Okay.
and then it'll be reflected off of this mirror,
Okay.
and then it'll hit this optic. So really, if you just right over this, it would be a great spot
Okay.
to see if you see any difference between illuminated and unilluminated. So I'm illuminating the secondary, and I'm not.
I don't see it.
So I'm just sitting in front of the transfer optic, so I will expect to see something probably.
Nothing?
Ever so faint, but it's
Not enough.
Yeah.
There is a simple way. Hold the thing down and shine the laser down the tube.
So laser it is. We'll go with that.
All right. I did see something, Pavel, and so every once in a while we get it. When it's slightly off axis, we don't. So, whoa, you're like steady now.
Yeah.
So which is your transfer in?
No, that is just without the transfer off, without our optic. That
Okay,
is
so
just a
put the
clear.
transfer optic in. And
Yeah, that's
see if
just
I
a
can
clear.
get the,
Okay, I'm gonna find that. This one might need to be moved slightly closer. What we need to do is move.
we can move the whole plate.
Yeah, I think it's just that because this distance is slightly longer.
Yeah,
think it
no,
should-
we can just move the plate.
If you think that's better, just move the plate.
That's
Okay.
easy to do.
Do you think it's?
We know light is falling, and you know what? Actually, I can't easily move this
Yeah.
because we're interfering on a thing here. There's actually a fixture. So yeah, we.
I think it's
can't
easier to
easily
just
move it.
for
Yeah.
us to just move that and let's
Right.
keep that over where it is.
Okay.
Or you can just help me by holding the
Okay.
optical lens.
Okay.
So the lens is mounted onto this mount here.
Okay.
That.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so your job will be to hold that always flush to this
Okay.
and also to there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you might want to. You can hold the actual mount itself. That's fine. Yeah. Mount it a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Move it slightly closer. Okay, that's good. Now we can double check the foot here. Move. Ooh. installed onto the telescope that we can remotely connect to it. So when we were down in the control room, we were able to. But then when we mounted over here, we changed kind of the Ethernet cables and everything, and so we're just verifying that it all works again, and so we can remotely access it. There we go.
Ooh,
That's
that's
what
better.
I'm slouching about.
That's better. That first little bit was yucky. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
it
doing
does
2
like
by
that.
2. Okay. Slow readout. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's fine.
Yep. Then it's stored it, so renumber your 105 and the same things are still there.
Okay,
Yes, we can run. I just, no,
thank you.
I just came to push a button.
You got light.
We didn't break the telescope yet. Because we need to take plots, otherwise plots you can't wait.
No, if you're doing sky flats, what's the count in the?
That one's 6,000, so I've increased the exposure to 16,000, sorry, because I want it to be around 30.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can change the script for change exposure. I just
That's
have
okay.
it. I have the script right so that it.
Because it takes packets of 500 images, or how many images?
I think it takes packets of. Does Vim work in Microsoft?
No, it's exposing, so it's going to update that in a second. There we go.
Gotcha. Okay, so you did a 5-second one.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to drop up the time because we're losing. Being slow. So you want to be, we haven't reached 30,000 and we want to get like 5 at 30,000. And then those you can just take, let's take a bunch right now. More is better and we'll just stack them. It's not ideal, but.
So we just got everything talking to each other. We have our computers remotely connected. We ran into some minor problems, but now we're basically ready for the night. So as you can see, it is 6:43. So we're just dropping our stuff off at the dorms. You can see kind of the place where the astronomers get to sleep. We have a mini kitchen on this floor. I didn't get to stay here last time. If it's really busy, you'll be sharing a bathroom with someone next door, but I don't think there's anyone else tonight. Yeah, and so just kind of see what the dormitories are like. There's 2 beds per room. There's only me tonight. We're gonna aim to be back at the telescope at 7:45, so we'll have just enough time to cook some dinner, to chill for a little bit, and then yeah, get ready for sunset. This is Ollie. It's on autofocus though. Yeah, so these are the dorms, and my room is down there, 170. You can see the view that we have, and our short walk up to the joint kitchen where we can cook dinner.
A template based off of the specs from a different telescope, which is why it's getting more spots across than we're seeing here, so we can fix our simulation. But we are seeing our spots moving around, hopefully from turbulence, which is really exciting. Can I zoom in on the spots?
Yeah. And this isn't that good.
It works!
Yeah.
We have first light of our SHIMM monitor here on the nickel, and we're able to see our spots move as expected, and the spots move and shift around our image because of turbulence. And so we're really excited. We're very tired. It's been like how many days? And we also have a cameo from Phil Hinz, who helped us with some alignment. Okay, cool.